Motley Fool, we are all about empowering all people to invest for long term. What should millennials and people of color know about getting started with investing?
So going back to something that you said is, get started, right? So it is way easier now to start with small sums of money. Many companies offer fractional shares. You don't have to buy a whole share if you can't buy the whole thing. There's online apps that make it very easy to invest and understand. So you can take a small amount of money and get started. If you don't know what to invest in everything, and you can buy ETFs, index funds, again, for the whole market. But you can also deal with staples that you know and love. People will invest in Nike because they love Nike. People will invest in Coca-Cola because they drink Coca-Cola. And for the most part, if you invest and you continue with it and you have a long-term outlook, it's relatively hard to truly lose your money or lose money investing in good companies for a long-term period. Automate your investments. You don't want to have to think about it. Have your retirement investments come directly out of your paycheck. Have the money that hits your bank account, have a portion go directly to your brokerage account or to your investment account or to your emergency fund, and then move from your emergency funds to somewhere else. But there are many ways to kind of get started. And stocks are a very, very easy way. So a lot of people I'll talk to, or they really want to invest in real estate, they want a rental property, but they need to save, $30,000, $40,000 or $10,000 to get in, or they need to learn a lot. In the meantime, I tell them, invest in stocks, use a robo-advisor, buy index funds, put your money to work so that when you're ready for the next move or your next investment, that it has been growing and working actively in the background. And especially now in a time of uncertainty, with a lot of things happening, now is a good time, as any time is. Really now is always the best time to start investing, or yesterday, I should say. And as the old adage goes, time in the market almost always beats timing the market. So by investing early and staying and participating, that's how you really unlock wealth, as opposed to trying to find the hot swing trade.
Okay, those are great tips. And then let's also talk about, the different types of challenges that those people may face when they are getting started. So what do you think are some challenges and solutions when they encounter those challenges? How are they able to, I guess, combat those challenges when starting investing?
Yeah, one is getting past the fear of getting started. So one of the first challenges is like, I don't know what to do. Everything seems so complicated. And again, I always say you're better off downloading kind of a random app that has been, not a random app, but like one of the trusted brokerages that are out there, and investing something, because once you start, you've started. And delaying that is only going to hurt you. Even if you start and do nothing for a year, that's still better off than having started a year later. And there's a lot of complexity oftentimes that can come with investing. Should I open my own account? Should I do a 401k? What should I do? So oftentimes the easiest way to get started too, if you're not already doing it, is start with like your 401k from your employer. One of the best investments you can ever make is your employer match, if your employer offers it, because it's guaranteed 50 to 100% returns on your money. You put in $100, they put in $50. And people will be concerned, well, it's going into a retirement account. Can I use it? Can I touch it? Things along those lines. One is you should be saving for your retirement. You should allow the money to grow long-term. There are several tax benefits about doing it in an account like this. And then lastly, too, if you are blessed to be in a problem where you have, I think, 10 or $12 billion in an IRA, like Peter Thiel, there are ways that you will be able to access and use that money to either purchase a house or invest in other assets. There's a few different ways to do that there. And then sometimes some of the other challenges is your friends and family. Like, I don't know this, I lost some money in the stocks, I'm afraid. And the truth is, you can't let the fear of other people truly dictate what you do. Sometimes too, watching the news, you'll hear like there's a crash coming, everything is bad, which will will stop you from going into the market. But the truth is, consistently buying into the market, consistently investing has been time tested and proven over hundreds of years to build capital in return for people. So those are some of the challenges that they might come across, and kind of ways to really kind of take the plunge and get started when it comes to building wealth.